You know, every time I post a Doom video, it's mostly played by my Xbox 360. So, this video will be about my thoughts on Doom 1 and 2 for the Xbox 360. This video is basically me just showing a lot of the creative methods I discovered in Doom 2, and I think you will like it because I do want to take a break from me just playing on a level and trying to finish it. So when I first saw Doom 1 on the Xbox Live Arcade, I was pretty much like, oh wow, I didn't know this game was on XBLA. I instantly bought it since it was only $5 and it was a really good port. There were stuff I noticed that were slightly different from the PC version, like the music, and I still think the music is better than the 360 version, but the 360's source port does kind of give you a slightly new experience, but still keeping it very true to the PC version. So I was really impressed with Doom for the Xbox 360 because back then Doom was mostly a PC game, and I played the PS1 version, but I remembered I didn't like it that much because of the controls, and I think it didn't run that smoothly, unlike the 360 version where it was the complete opposite. Then Doom 2 was announced, and I was like, oh my god, I have to buy this game, man, because Doom 2 is awesome. I actually didn't buy it on day one. I think it was because I was probably busy with school or something else. I can't really remember. But once I got my hands on Doom 2, I really liked the new weapon layout they did. It's basically like the up D-pad is for weapons with shells, and if you have the better gun would go first. So the double barrel would immediately come up once you press the up D-pad. But the cell weapons, the plasma gun comes up first, while the BFG is last for some reason. I don't know why, to be honest. But overall, the port was great. It's a true PC port like the original game, but the highlight of this one was a new second episode called No Rest for the Living. When I first heard about this news, I was like, what? A new episode for Doom 2? So yeah, I really wanted to try this add-on, and I thought it was pretty good for the first playthrough. I mean, for my first playthrough, but the more I played the episode, it really grew on me, and I personally think it's great overall. Ever since I bought Doom 2 for the Xbox 360, I've been playing it on and off lately because I really like Doom 2, and nowadays I'm more of a console gamer than a PC gamer, and I do want to say the Doom ports have been great on the 360. People would say it's bad because of the lack of widescreen support, but it's really wide enough to see the action, and when I'm playing, I'm too busy concentrating on the game, so I don't really notice the black bars at times. Another issue is the frame rate. People complain that it's stuck at 35 frames per second, but it's really not, you know, a big issue to me at the same time. Matter of fact, if you go back and play Doom for the PC with no source port, you can't increase the frame rate. It's locked at that frame rate because that's how the engine was designed in mind, I guess. The only real issue I've ever had with these ports were the lack of flexibility. It's kind of a shame that both Doom games don't allow you to customize your sensitivity buttons or let you choose your own levels on the fly like Duke Nukem 3D does on the 360. I really think the Doom games have enough buttons available for using all the weapons, because most of the time you're just shooting, running, and activating switches. That's just 3 buttons out of like, I think 16 buttons for the Xbox 360 controller. It's enough, man. Although both Doom games didn't originally have the ability to choose your levels back in the days, but I still think it would be a nice feature for this port. I don't understand why most console games don't have the ability to customize your controls. It's kind of embarrassing that a lot of the older console FPS games allow you to do that more oftenly than the modern games do. I don't know. I would love to map my weapon layout in Doom 2 for the face buttons, because The D-pad on my controller is kind of quote-unquote slippery. It's an old controller and things start to get soft when controllers are worn out. I would love to put it on the buttons so I won't put my thumbs in an awkward posture, or maybe sometimes it'll slip off and I won't be able to choose my weapons properly. Also, the D-pad buttons aren't as big, so it's more comfortable to press it on the buttons, at least that's how I feel. With that said, I do think the default controls are fine. It's solid at best, but I still think it'll be better if you give me customizable controls. If you ask me, I think the 360 ports are definitely the PC version true competitor. People will prefer the PC if you want mods and source ports and all that jazz, but I really love the 360 and PC version so much for the vanilla style of the game, since I'm not really into user-generated content much. Like I said, I'm more of a console gamer nowadays, since I pretty much experienced what PC gaming had to offer for me, so I guess my version of choice is the 360. But I still play the PC version because that's where I grew up on playing Doom, and it's also the version that has the most effect on me. I'm happy that both Doom 1 and 2 made it to the 360, but everyone knows that Doom is more of a PC game and the entire experience is on that platform. It's missing the expansion packs for Doom 2, but I doubt it'll make it to the consoles. Although there was a Xbox One port of Master Levels, but it's missing levels, and the same thing for the PlayStation 1 port of Final Doom. It's half of Master Levels and parts of TNT and Plutonia. I really don't think they're going to port those games. If I could remember, they didn't really sell that well compared to Doom 1 and 2, so that's dead on proof right there. But I really don't mind it since I have the PC version, so I can play those if I feel like it.